Hi everyone, it's Ray here from Man City Fan TV, and it's another edition of Mahrez Watch, our regular review of games that Riyad Mahrez plays in. Now I just want to explain the reason behind we've got this special section called Mahrez Watch. It's because we had a lot of viewers to our YouTube channel who were unhappy that we weren't giving Riyad Mahrez, our record signing from this summer, enough attention, and we weren't covering him enough in the games and in general news. So we developed this regular section called Mahrez Watch. So every time he plays, we look back at how he played and we give him a score. So Riyad Mahrez took part in our latest game, our FA Cup victory against Rotherham United. We won 7-0. So Riyad played from the beginning. I think we made 7 or 8 changes. So we did have a big change to our last game, where when we played Liverpool, top of the Premier League, and so we did wholesale changes, up and down the pitch, and very few players kept their places. So Riyad Mahrez came in, as did a lot of other players. They came and started the game. So really, from that point of view, nothing special already. And he played out on the right, and Raheem Sterling played on the left, and Gabby Jesus played up front. Now, Riyad scored 1 goal, goal in the second half, nice, easy, 1-2, and it's basically a tap-in in effect. But my rating is going to be based on objectivity. That's the first and most important thing. We've got to be honest and give our opinions as we see them. And it's also going to be influenced by what other City fans say. So on social media, people who went to the game, I'm always going to pay more attention to people who actually go to the game and watch the game live than people who might not have even seen the game or might watch highlights on the TV. And the consensus for most people is that they were disappointed with Riyad Mahrez yet again. We're playing a low-level team in Rotherham, such a low level that we can afford to rest 8 of our players or change 8 of our players from the big game against Liverpool. So against such a team, they expected him to shine and sparkle even more. I think the general view was he maybe had a good first few minutes, but then he fell into the same old pattern of passing the ball back, trying too much to score, and he was always looking to cut across on his left foot and curl it in at the far post to have a shot. And the shots were hitting the defenders. They were going wide, far too wide for a person of his quality and standard. And then he was doing the usual, just pass it backwards. So, we were hoping he'd put in a performance like, for instance, Raheem Sterling on the other side, who was zipping past his full-back, zipping past the defender, and putting in very dangerous balls, and dangerous balls that we scored from, as well as scoring, I think, a goal himself as well. So, Riyad Mahrez, I think a disappointing performance overall. As I said, fans expected a lot more from him, but we're here, we're ready to give him time. I mean, we know that the players need time, and we expect him to do a lot better next season. But when we come to giving the mark, we can only give the mark on what we saw yesterday, and the mark I'm going to give Riyad Mahrez is a 5.5. I wish he'd played better. I wish he'd shone a little bit more. I wish he'd sparkled, but he didn't. And as I said, we've got to be honest with and objective with our opinions. So Riyad Mahrez scores a 5.5 from us.